Yeah, I bought a bunch of the creation coins, creation points, whatever they're called. Credits. I bought credits. I spent money to get a more fictional type of money, as one does. Yeah, what all did we get? We got... I don't know how to tell what we got. Load order? I guess that'll work. We already had these. We got the mining thing. We go do some mining. I got the unofficial patch because that's probably going to be useful to have. Oh yeah, we got this one that makes it so you can actually see the watch that, made such a big deal out of the watch. They include a real life version of the Chronomark watch when you get the collector's edition. I have it. I am not wearing it right now because I left it in the bathroom because I don't wear it into the shower because it's not fully waterproof. It's water resistant. But anyway, you never really get to see it in game after you put it on.
Chunks! Choose your chunks!
And welcome and congratulations on choosing chunks for sustenance. Enjoy those premium Pride Month Progress Pride chunks. That was a mouthful. Yeah, welcome. Yeah, we got this creation. It's a mod that lets you actually see the watch. Assuming that what you're wearing has your wrist visible, or even partially visible. Improved follower behavior. That'll prevent things like that one instance where Andrea's just trailing really far behind and she's taking forever and we have to corral her into the airlock, which is funny and we got some good clips out of it, but it also is a little annoying. Dark mode for terminals, so we don't have to get flashbanged every time we look at a computer. Hey, what is this important? That's probably fine. We'll deal with it if we have issues. Improved shotguns. That'll be nice for when we go into Doom mode. We got Derek, the other robot companion. Robin Locke, a lady companion. Human woman. Gwen, welcome. We got... Whoops. Oh no, what did I just do? Oh, I just liked it. I mean, I guess there's no reason for me to unlink it. Ship habs. This is pirate-themed ship modules, which look real cool. That'll be especially nice to have once we actually join up with the pirates. Frankie's Emporium. This looks like a cute little shop over in Neon, I believe. Yeah. I'm gonna go check that out. Darker Nights, so like, because by default it's nighttime does not really look dark at all, which is pretty typical for Bethesda games. You see a lot of Darker Nights mods for Bethesda games. But we also got the improved flashlight mod, which makes the flashlight a lot better, because a lot of times when I'm playing this on stream, I'm like, it's kind of dark in here, I should turn on my flashlight. And I turn on the flashlight and I'm like, that's not really helping. It's not really improving the watchability of the stream. But with the improved flashlight mod, it is definitely a significant improvement, I think. Oh no. Yeah, I think I saw there was a hot fix like around a week ago or so. Hopefully it didn't break anything on my setup. I guess we'll find out. Oh yeah, I also have the script extender, since that thankfully was updated very quickly. Save or current? Current. So I can have the mod that re-enables achievements, because I see no reason to have achievements disabled just because I'm playing with a couple of creations, especially since they have official gameplay options that can make the game super duper easy, but that those don't disable achievements, as far as I understand. And I'm not doing anything that like makes the game that much easier, just more general like content fixes and stuff like that. Anyway, so we got I think this message here is from the mining creation. Hello, replaced with employee's name. We here at Argos Extractors appreciate your patience as we go through some initialization processes for StarSim Mining Conglomerate. This will take some time, but we will notify you when it's complete. Thank you for your cooperation. Yeah, I have a feeling it's like a Microsoft and Sony thing where it's set up that way for consoles, but they don't change it for PC. Oh yeah, that's right. So we left off a couple weeks ago, because last week we had some technical difficulties. Couldn't get my controller to work. I suppose I could have just played with keyboard and mouse now I think about it. I don't know why that didn't even why that didn't even occur to me, but I like playing with my Starfield controller when I'm playing Starfield. Yeah, we got this
Must be doing something right.
Maybe it's just me.
Did you see those wind turbines out there?
this
For everyone else.
Chunks side quest from this very enthusiastic Chunks employee.
This Chunks opened up. Makes me feel like we're actually part of the UC.
You like this guy?
Wait until it's time to eat. I'm gonna use our discount to get a bunch of different chunks and mix them all up. Try some new flavor profiles, as they say in the biz.
What biz? What are you talking about?
You know, the foodie biz. Chefs and all that. It's a thing we do.
We get cases of refrigerated chunks and we just heat them up. We don't, like, make anything. You are really into chunks, huh?
Yeah, it's the greatest. Can't believe you're so down on it. We have the best job on tight.
Whatever. I'm just doing this job to help my family pay the bills and save up so I can pay for my education. And I am out of here. The Chunks family is happy to see you and to serve you.
Chunks,
What can I get you?
choose your chunks.
Well, what was that? Fedora, congratulations on choosing
Let's
Chunks.
get that salt.
Got some
And by
premium
us, I mean you.
pansexual pride chunks.
Great.
Yeah, the audio sounded a little different. I don't know. Something going on there. So where do we need to go? Yeah, I kind of want to make some kind of like real life chunks. It'd be cool if they do the official cookbook for this game like they did for Skyrim and Fallout. If they do like include chunks as things in the recipe book. Yeah, the curry looks so good. I'm getting hungry for curry just thinking about it. Oh, we got the memorial for Barrett in 24 hours. I was wondering because I couldn't remember the last time we checked that. I know like it was like 4 days last time we checked, but I'm just glad we haven't missed it yet. Gotta make sure we keep an eye on that. But for now, we're gonna do this special sauce mission. Oven safe cube molds. Yeah, we did kind of have chunks the other day. We made a meatloaf, and then for the leftovers, I kind of broke it up into cube shapes. But it wasn't really on purpose, it was just to kind of... That was just how I needed to break them up to fit into the containers that we had clean. Anyway, so for special sauce, we agreed to help pick up a case of Chunks special sauce for Luther, the manager of the new Homestead Chunks. I'll need to speak with someone at the other Chunks restaurant he's sending me to. Oh.
Shut off that damn noise!
MJ, welcome. Thank you for that raid. Welcome, raiders. My game's not pausing when I tab out of it because I'm running game scope, but yeah, I hope you had a good time with Mankind Divided. Playing the good games as God intended. Yeah, no, I was
There. Always nice to see a new face.
do you mind? I'm trying to greet the raiders. Please don't interrupt me. I was hanging out a little bit without trying not to pay too much attention to what was happening in the story, but I did see that people were talking about Starfield, so I chimed in a little bit. Yeah, see, now she's actually following us right into the airlock, which is very nice. Yeah, hello MJ. Thank you for that raid.
Choose your chunks!
Another Chunks egg for Fedora. Enjoy your egg. Congratulations on grabbing first. Enjoy your first favorite type of chocolate inside of that gold medal. And thanks for that blood rating, I got them right here. Give him a nice big hug. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah. MJ and Raiders, if you have to go do some after-stream care, please do not feel obligated to stick around. But I certainly do enjoy your company. I am hoping the game also runs a little bit smoother since my CPU is no longer running at 95 Celsius at all times. No obligators indeed. Got myself a nice copper piped Zalman CPU fan. Your DX replay marathon is over? You finished everything in Mankind Divided? Wow, that looks really bright. The game might look a little different because I'm running it in HDR. But, seems like it looks okay on stream. I can always turn off the HDR if it doesn't look right. Yeah, sorry to hear that Deus Ex is over for you. I'm also curious what you're thinking of playing next. Okay, where are we going? Just set a course. Send me. Gonna replay original vanilla. Nice. Wow, that was bright.
Greetings, pilot. Zero Sugiyama, head of Paradiso Security. I apologize for coming over this emergency channel, but we are in need
Is
of
this...
assistance concerning the large ship in orbit, and we value
Oh,
its
it is!
If you are willing and able, please see me as soon as possible at the main security office in Paradiso. Over now.
This is a really good one. I'm really excited for this one. I'm almost as excited for this one as I am for the Chunks side quest. Chlorine Paradiso. Okay. Spooky sounds fun.
Captain, landing procedure initiated.
If you need to harvest any organic materials, now would be the time.
Is she flirting? I don't think so. Okay, who are we talking to? Okay, we got a couple things to do here. We got special sauce, we also got first contact. An interesting choice for a mission name here. MJ, did you ever play a game called Project Snowblind? If you don't know, it was originally supposed to be a Deus Ex game called Deus Ex Clan Wars, but because of the poor reception to Invisible War, they pivoted it sort of mid-development into being its own separate game, but in a lot of ways it still very much feels like a Deus Ex game. And there's even some things in it that are directly from Deus Ex. I was thinking about playing it on stream sometime. But if you haven't played that, that could be a fun one to look into as well.
Yeah, but we are always here if needed.
Any succulents? No succulents. Right.
Welcome to Paradiso. Jiro Sugiyama at your service. Do you have a security concern, or is there something else I can help you with?
You called me. Is your cop faction affiliated with either of the two major cop factions in the game?
Neither. We're our own private
Okay. That was weird. A message from Argos. Hello! Replaced with employee's name. Argos Extractors, thanks you for your patience. We may now... We? Why did I say we? You may now enjoy everything we offer in StarSim Mining Conglomerate. Our new secondary HQ is currently orbiting Jemison to manage all of our affairs in space, and a fleet of mining ships have been sent out to collect valuable resources necessary for our coming corporate expansion. When able, please report to Argos Space HQ for further details.
Of course, the Paradiso group pays top dollar for top-notch security. And I dare say we're some of the best in the business. We have to be out here on the fringes of the settled systems.
Anyway, yeah, you called me about that distress call you sent.
Ah, yes, of course. I'm glad you came. As you can imagine, we're in a bit of a predicament. Under normal circumstances, we would not enlist outside help in this manner. But this is a matter we can't afford to worry our guests about. As such, we need to handle this discreetly. Failure on your part to do so could have severe consequences. So, before we proceed, can you swear not to discuss this with anyone else unless explicitly directed to do so?
You're not in UC or Freestar jurisdiction. How bad could the punishment be?
You're right. We're not. Which means we're not bound by anyone's laws but our own. In other words, it's our system and our rules. Neither the UC nor the Freestar Collective will help you if you get into trouble here.
Yeah, I agree. Just hurry up and tell me what you want already.
I understand you're eager to get into it, but if you're unwilling to take this seriously, I can foresee problems in your future. Not too long ago, a strange and enormous ship appeared in Parima space. It is now locked in orbit around our planet. So far, it doesn't seem to be hostile, but any attempts to communicate with it have been in vain, so we're unsure of the ship's intentions.
What kind of ship is it? Any idea who it belongs to?
It bears no discernible markings or allegiances to any manufacturers we're aware of. I'm hoping that doesn't mean we're dealing with some sort of new deep space threat.
And they didn't respond to communications?
Not quite. It took some time, but we received a transmission. It was all, pardon the phrasing, it sounded almost alien, like nothing anyone's heard before. Clicks, distorted groans, buzzing, really disturbing sounds. Now, one of our engineers says it could just be some busted comm equipment or incompatible signals, but we're not sure. So far, no one's disembarked from the ship, no landing craft, nothing. We don't have the staff or ships to spare, otherwise we'd dock with it and attempt to board.
What do you think we're dealing with?
Can't say for sure. Looks worn, but not cobbled together like a Crimson Fleet junker. Others have been saying it's some new Varun design, a gigantic battleship with hidden armaments preparing for assault, but that doesn't check out either. There's also been talk about non-human sentient life. The comms data we received might support that, but humanity's spread far and wide and no one's ever encountered anything like that. Still, first contact. Could you imagine?
Seems like a delicate situation. Go on.
It is. Whatever's going on, we need to approach this with care. First, see if you have more luck communicating with them. If not, you may have to try boarding. Whatever you do, it's important to remember to seek diplomacy with who or whatever's on board. As soon as you have any more information, report to Oliver Campbell. He's the CEO of Paradiso. All formal decisions will need to go through him, and he'll have your pay. Good luck.
Alright, so before we go up and deal with that, let's go ahead and get that sauce. Man, there's the enhanced flashlight, by the way. You can see it is much bigger. It takes up a good portion of the screen rather than just like a small fraction in the center. It also goes a lot farther out. It's very nice. Highly recommend it. Gale?
Some of our guests
Oh.
think everything is complimentary. I've seen people walk away with stuff.
Chunks! Hello?
Hello. Welcome to Chunks. If this is your first time dining with us at this location, you'll find our cuisine and service is a step above what you're used to. Please, don't hesitate to ask if there's anything I can do to make your Chunks experience as enjoyable as possible.
Sing me the song of my people. Is working at a gourmet Chunks any different from a regular Chunks? They all seem like gourmet to me.
I used to work at a Chunks in Neon before my transfer was approved, and while I much prefer working here, I can say that it's not a lot different. It looks a lot nicer, the food is supposedly higher quality, and we treat the customers with greater care, but that's really about it.
Well, anyway, I'm here to pick up some special sauce for the chunks in New Homestead.
Huh. I thought it was a joke at first, but yet here you are. Let me get that for you. I wonder why they keep running out so quickly over there. Anyway, tell Luther I said hi.
Who would joke about chunks? Well, that was easy. Oh, excuse me, miss.
It's lovely here.
I'm not much of a beach person, but everyone talks about this place, so I had to see for myself.
Oh, this is even better than in the brochure!
Nice to see some people enjoying chunks.
I don't think any place could be more perfect.
I guess I have to admit, this resort isn't as bad as I thought it'd be.
Or maybe they just like the resort. Anyway, the sauce isn't gonna spoil, is it? Ooh, that is very valuable. Well, no it's not. 350 is not that much in this game. Let's just say. Welcome to the wide universe of Chunks, the settled system's only fast food chain. We specialize in enhanced synthetic flavor, with over 50 tasty varieties, including favorites like chicken, chocolate, potato, apple, and homemade pumpkin pie. Better than the real thing. That's the Chunks guarantee. Well, they got Chunks, what is that, lettuce? Or celery or something? I don't know. Got a whole lot of different kinds of chunks than I've ever seen. Right. So I think before we bring that back, we should...
I can see why this location was chosen for a resort. Very nice.
What was I saying? Before we go turn in the chunks thing, we should resolve the situation in orbit.
I am aware that this is your 8th visit to our resort. Your repeat patronage is much appreciated. Is there any assistance I may offer you today?
Actually, a question. Usually when I come here, the shuttle takes a certain route, showing me the beauty of this world. But this time, our entries seem to take longer, and we pass by a lot more open water. Was there something wrong with our normal flight path? I heard the rumors of a ship in orbit.
Please allow me to apologize for this inconvenience. This alternate entry was required due to a meteor shower affecting the usual descent route. Nothing to worry about. To make up for this, allow me to credit your account with a 15% discount on spa amenities. Once again, we are dreadfully sorry.
It's okay, Viator. I know you're programmed to be overly concerned with your service. I just wanted to know why. But thank you for crediting my account anyway.
This is your first time here. Thank you for choosing Paradiso for your vacation destination.
They taught a computer to lie. Yeah. Or they just gave the robot bad information. Hey, let's get up in orbit and see what's going on.
Taking off immediately, or are there other matters that require your attention?
Engines purring. Let's do this. Orbital insertion achieved. We're spacebound again.
I meant to check. I think I saw that the gameplay options... I don't know why. Oh, there's a new one. Interesting. So I had these turned up. So enemies deal much more damage, but so do we. feel like this is... Oh wait, we also had these turned up just a little bit. Yeah, I don't know why that got changed. What is... What was it? Uh-oh. Game froze? Maybe it's just taking a minute. Oh, there we go. Okay, good. Now, what is this asteroid drop thing? Base amount of resources, asteroids drop. Oh. I guess you can harvest asteroids that you find or something. Things the game doesn't teach you. Okay. Well, let's try hailing them. Oh. Yeah, that was awful. Could you repeat that? No. Yeah, that's clearly not gonna work. We're gonna have to board them, I think. Discernible markings? Can't remember if the guy said. Not seeing anything. Not really any windows on it to look inside. Whoa! Oh gosh, we were closer to it than I thought. Oh. Can't tell if those are windows or what. I guess we could enter photo mode to take a closer look. I feel like that would be a little bit, Oh yeah, that is a cockpit. Is there a way to rotate the camera? Well, there's no one in there, but it's definitely a cockpit. Yep, it's a spaceship. Normal human one by the looks of it. Standard docking mechanism.
Nice clean dock there.
Oh wait, it said Nova on it, so it's a Nova Galactic ship?
Captain, it is pleasant to see you.
Well, it's nice to see you too, Vasco. Yeah, normal.
Remain calm. There's no reason to suspect whatever it is hostile.
It?
Agree with the captain. Now is the time for diplomacy.
Agreed. But we must be ready for anything. Now, eyes and ears sharp.
You're human.
Human? I didn't know there were other options.
Oh, pardon my ignorance. We just didn't expect to find people out here. We didn't think anyone else left Earth before us.
You thought you were the only ones? I am afraid you have
Talk with
been
Barrett.
unaware of a great many things.
Perhaps we should greet our guests.
Of course. Manners. I'm Captain Diana Brackenridge. This is Security Officer Bomani Reader. And this is Dr. Mabuti da Costa, one of our elders.
A pleasure to meet you.
Is that Dave Fenoy? Your ship is unlike any other Nova branded ship I've ever seen. What can you tell me about its design?
I don't know all the particulars, but I'll try to answer as best I can. It's a colony ship. It was built long ago by our ancestors to sustain our crew over hundreds of years in space through generations of travelers. It's sturdy, fast, and spacious. That last one is important because we had to take as many supplies as possible with us on the journey and still have ample space for our crew.
I'm Flib, and I'm here to help.
I see. As you may have presumed, we're in a bit of a bind. Our ship has finally completed its near 200-year journey from Earth, only to find our new home seemingly colonized by, well, we don't know. Communications haven't been successful, so your arrival is fortuitous. Perhaps you'd be willing to act as a middle person between ourselves and the others.
Your communications didn't work? Why is that?
We're not entirely sure. Our engineers believe it's possible that our technology just isn't compatible with theirs. All we hear when using them to communicate with anyone is a bunch of disturbing noise. It gave me the heebie-jeebies at first.
How'd you all survive for 200 years?
Well, the short answer is, we didn't. It's a generation ship, which is to say that most of us lived long, happy lives on board and passed our mission down to our children. It was never intended that the original crew would make it to our destination. The goal was always the preservation of the human race above all else. Though, it would seem that was perhaps a bit presumptuous.
So, you know about the people on the surface?
We do. Well, sort of. We saw structures using our surveying equipment. We've also seen the various ships pass us by. Some even seemed to want to communicate, but couldn't. Of course, we had no idea that they were being piloted by other humans.
Incredible. 200 years? How did it take you so long to get here?
Ah, your question confirms one of our recent theories. It would seem that some form of faster-than-light travel or space-bending technology was invented during our long journey. That would explain why we would find people this far out into space. I guess technology leapfrogged us at some point. Interesting. I can only imagine that our predecessors didn't believe the technology would ever work, and so they made the decision to leave when they did.
I'd love to know more, but maybe we should get away from this airlock first?
Oh yes, of course. Where are my manners? Now then, please follow me. There's much to discuss first. We'll speak more on the matter once we reach the bridge. Dr. DaCosta, you may return to your quarters if you wish.
Thank you, Captain.
I follow you to the bridge, ma'am, for security purposes.
I do not believe we have need to fear our guest, but I'll allow it if you insist. Welcome to the Earth colony ship Constant. In the early 2100s, my ancestor, Rupert Brackenridge, researched a number of scientific scenarios: climate change, asteroid impact, nuclear war, global pandemic, and more. Each scenario showed the likelihood of an extinction-level event to be within 50 years. He fully believed Earth was destined to be rendered uninhabitable. We've always assumed that's what happened.
Never
So,
seen a ship
he
like
gathered
yours
the best
before.
and brightest
Then
he could
again, I
find,
haven't seen any
built the
ship
Constant,
before.
and set a course for this planet here. We were told that it was the largest, most advanced ship ever constructed on Earth at the time. If you can believe, entire generations have been born, lived, and died on this ship. It really goes to show that there are no limits to human ingenuity and perseverance.
Just stay out of trouble.
You have a problem, John Bernthal? Mr. Punisher?
Now that we know what's out there, things are gonna be more interesting.
I am both shocked and impressed that all of this is still functional.
So, here we are. Let's talk.
Our people never expected to meet with other colonies, so forgive them if they are distrustful.
Hey, where'd she go? Where's she going?
We were never trained to address threats coming from outside our ship.
So you're saying you were trained specifically... Do you mind? It's disgusting. To address threats inside the ship. As in... You know what? I'm just not even gonna...
We didn't believe anyone would be out here, but I'm glad for it.
Quite a heritage, to have brought this ship so far over such a long time. Worthy of the pride these portraits show.
Now that you're here, I can finally give my crew a chance at a new life. No matter the outcome, I won't let my crew down. Now that you're here, I can finally give my crew a chance at a new life.
Yeah, you've mentioned. So, is it difficult being captain for a colony show?
Difficult is the wrong word. It can be both challenging at times and also exciting. Our mission was to rebuild humanity on a distant world, believing that we were Earth's last hope. To think that while there has always been a Brackenridge in the captain's chair, that I am the one to finally oversee our journey's end is truly exhilarating. But with this stumbling block in our path, at this final moment, I fear tough choices will need to be made.
How is your crew holding up?
A bit frazzled, as you can imagine. People are anxious about discovering that we're not alone, and also worried about what will come to pass. While we hope we can work out a deal with the people on the surface, they seem reluctant to reach out, so there's no telling what will come of that. I do know that we can't afford to stay here in orbit forever. The ship was built to sustain us for many years with backup provisions just in case, but even that will come to an end eventually.
How long have you been captain?
I think I'm coming up on 6 years now. I was only a teenager when my father died, passing command of the ship to me, as is tradition. Because of that, I've had to sort of learn as I go along, instead of taking years of study and apprenticeship under the prior captain. I think some people on the ship resent me for not having the level of experience as my predecessors. But at the same time, without my command, we likely wouldn't have made it here so quickly.
Sounds like you could use some help with your situation here.
Well, as I mentioned, we've been unsuccessful in communications with anyone up until you arrived, though not for lack of trying. But since you're asking, maybe you'd be willing to be a sort of diplomat between us and them as we attempt to resolve our situation. Does that sound agreeable to you?
What's wrong with your communication system?
We suspect that our equipment is woefully obsolete compared to whatever you all have now. In all honesty, we never expected to need to communicate with anyone, so our comms aren't particularly robust. That limits our options. We even attempted communicating with lights and sounds, something we saw in an old movie, but I don't believe they picked up on it. If anything, it may have inadvertently alarmed them.
I feel like I know what movie they're referring to, but I can't remember off the top of my head. Might come to me later. The people in Paradiso want the same. I'll help.
Ah, So they have a name. Paradiso. And it sounds promising that they sent you here to speak with us. You see, we intended to settle here, but we assumed that they intend to defend their claim given their presence here. We'd like you to go speak to them on our behalf and help us negotiate a solution, preferably one that favors us.
Why not just find another planet?
Based on the data our ancestors had when they launched this endeavor, it was determined that this was the perfect planet for us. Even if we had another viable candidate planet, we lack the resources to get there. And as you know, it took us 200 years to get here. Our people have no desire to go back to drifting the stars so their children's children can possibly settle on an inferior planet.
If you had a claim to this planet, how could others settle here?
When we left Earth, there were no claims to planets this far out into space. We had assumed that we were the only ones attempting a generational journey such as this, meaning that there would be no need for a formal claims process. Regardless, my ancestor, Rupert Brackenridge, did manage to file a charter for this planet's first colony, to be named New Jamestown. According to his records, no one took it seriously when he filed it, so likely it was either ignored or the records were lost to the ages. Given humanity's lack of interest in colonizing the far reaches of space at the time, it shouldn't have been a problem, but again, here we are now.
I can do it if you tell me what you'd like me to say to them.
Excellent. Make no mistake, this is our planet, and we intend for them to see this our way. So, speak with their leadership and see if you can negotiate a solution on our behalf. Preferably, get them to see things our way. Report back to me and let me know what they say, and we'll go from there.
Perimeter 2 is huge. Why not just settle on the other side of it, away from the others?
We thought about it, but it simply won't do. I need to think about the distant future of our people. Sure, our first settlement may be small, but our predecessors dreamt of our new civilization spreading across the globe. That will be difficult if someone else plans to do the same. While we're not completely close to the idea of sharing, it's much easier if we have complete domain over this world.
Alright, but no promises I'll be able to convince them.
Now, it makes little sense to give up before you try. Thank you, and good luck.
Just because our equipment's old, doesn't mean it won't work to take down troublemakers.
I could put you down right now.
We've got strict rules around here, but they're strict for a reason.
Oh my god, fucking cops, dude.
No, you were the one falling asleep.
All right, UA.
Okay.
Hey, so it is true. An actual stranger aboard our ship? Wow.
Don't get many visitors, I take it.
We don't get any. We never expected to meet anyone else traveling the stars. But if you're here, that must mean there are others. Kind of incredible that we never bumped into anyone. Either we took a strange route, or the vastness of space just makes chance encounters unlikely. Maybe some combination of the two. Either way, I'm so relieved to find out that we're not alone out here.
I'm Flib. I didn't catch your name.
Oh, geez. Sorry, of course you don't know my name. We never met. I'm Yue. Wow, I never thought this would happen.
I never thought of it that way. Weird.
Well, we're all kind of new to this as well, so you're in good company.
What do you think, now that you know there are others out there?
It's incredible. I'm pretty excited to meet new people and ask them all sorts of questions. I wonder about all we've missed this whole time while humanity has advanced around us.
What is it you'd say you do here?
Oh, I'm the navigation officer, though I switch between nav and piloting. I'll be honest, the ship pretty much flies itself. Its destination hasn't changed since it launched, and we're here now, so I'm not sure what's next.
If the ship flies itself, why does it need a navigator?
See, the nav system's not perfect. We encounter stuff that our forebears didn't originally count on. Astral bodies, space debris, stuff like that. So sometimes I need to take manual control and get out of tricky situations. Then there was the time I used those unaccounted for anomalies to our advantage. Slingshotted us around a few stars that weren't supposed to be there, saved some fuel and knocked a few decades off our journey. Pretty incredible stuff.
Wow. Well, you take care.
Take care of yourself out there, eh?
That's what I just said.
Careful waving that fancy gun around. We don't need to see what it can do.
Which one of you said that?
All this time, we thought we were alone.
Careful waving that fancy gun around. We don't need to see
Wow.
what it can do.
Wow. Wow.